Many people know the tragic story of the Trail of Tears, but what most people don't know is what happened after the journey ended. When the Cherokee finally reached the West, their struggle was far from over. After months of walking hundreds of miles, the surviving Cherokee families finally reached what the government called Indian Territory. Today, this land is part of Oklahoma, but the place they arrived in felt nothing like the forests and mountains they had left behind. Many families arrived with no homes, little food, and deep grief from the losses they had suffered along the journey. Historians believe that thousands of Cherokee people died during the forced relocation. Children, elders, entire families. The Trail of Tears had left deep scars on the Cherokee Nation, but even after surviving the journey, a new conflict was beginning to grow. Years before the removal, a controversial agreement called the Treaty of New Echota had been signed. A small group of Cherokee leaders had agreed to give up their land in exchange for land in the West. But many Cherokee people believed the treaty was illegal. They believed the leaders who signed it had no right to make that decision for the entire nation. This disagreement created deep divisions among the Cherokee people. After the Cherokee arrived in Indian Territory, those divisions became even stronger. Many people were angry. They blamed the leaders who had signed the treaty for the suffering their people had endured. The tension grew stronger day by day, and soon, it would turn deadly. In 1839, several Cherokee leaders connected to the treaty were assassinated. Among them was Major Ridge, one of the men who had signed the agreement. These killings shocked the Cherokee Nation. The people who had survived the Trail of Tears were now facing conflict among themselves. For a time, the Cherokee Nation stood on the edge of internal war. The pain of the past years had created deep wounds within the community. But slowly, Cherokee leaders began working toward peace. They understood that if their nation was going to survive, they would need unity. Despite everything they had lost, the Cherokee people began rebuilding their nation in the West. They built new towns, they reopened schools, they restored their government, and they worked hard to protect their language, culture, and traditions. The Cherokee Nation refused to disappear. Today, the Cherokee Nation is one of the largest Native American tribes in the United States. Their culture continues to thrive, their language is still taught, and their history continues to be remembered. The story of the Trail of Tears is not only a story of tragedy, it is also a story of survival.